notice like any animal which is not under human care, which is
Not under human care.
such animals ever falling sick or ever wanting to go to somebody for advice for their health issues. Maybe if you have a garden, you will be seeing so many squirrels, so many chameleons, so many butterflies, okay, so many honeybees. Okay, have you ever you see so many creatures, right?
So many creatures
When they're alive.
alive. Yes.
Have you seen their dead bodies whenever they die? Like unless a lizard or any creature has died unnaturally,
Yeah.
you can't find their dead bodies. But then this is something which we need to understand. All these creatures' instincts are still intact. So they exactly know when their end is coming.
Oh my God.
And they exactly know how to, where to take themselves and how to allow the body to be, to go back to nature. This is just because our instincts have been messed up with very, very badly. And it didn't happen after you were born. It started happening even before you were conceived. Due to the lifestyle your mother and your father are living. Right? So the moment you understand this thing, and the moment you think like, okay, now I need to connect with nature. I need to connect with my own, I need to get my instincts right again. So the moment you start putting all the things in place, all the protocols that nature has designed for you, the moment you do that,
Okay.
you will see that everything starts changing in your life.
Okay.
You start becoming more aware, you start becoming more awake, you start realizing, you can start observing your body, you can start understanding what's going inside you, you can start understanding what's going around you. Like literally every single area of your life will start transforming.
Hello everyone. Today also we have Swati in our studio, and like I have an interesting question to her because I know she know the answer. So okay, I wanted to ask one question here. So we human are a part of the nature or the part of the nature? So can you give a specific answer for this? I know you know that. So that's why I'm asking you.
We humans are very much a part of nature. Yeah, we are not any different from nature.
Okay.
Okay, so I can explain this by giving you a couple of examples.
Okay.
Okay, the most classic example that I can always see is everybody can observe life around themselves.
Yeah.
Maybe like when you go out, what is the most common bird you see?
Sparrow.
Sparrow or crow?
Yeah. Crow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you look at the sparrow or crow, can you tell the age of that sparrow or crow? Can you tell like, okay, this is a baby, this is a young sparrow, this is the old sparrow? Have you ever been able to differentiate like that?
No.
Right. Okay. Have you ever noticed like any animal which is not under human care, which is not under human care, such animals ever falling sick or ever wanting to go to somebody for advice for their health issues?
No, definitely no.
No, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Only
the domesticated animals, they fall sick just like we do.
Yeah.
And they need to go to be taken to the doctors just like we do.
by us only.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Same way, if you observe at your home, like in the houses, very often you would have seen lizards, right?
Yeah.
Okay. People have lizards or flies or mosquitoes. Okay. Or if you go out, maybe if you have a garden, you will be seeing so many squirrels, so many chameleons, so many butterflies, okay, so many honeybees. Okay. Have you ever you see so many creatures, right?
So many creatures
When they're alive.
Alive. Yes.
Have you seen their dead bodies whenever they die?
Dead bodies not outside. Like sometimes I can see cockroach in my house.
Yes, but then
but not
only
lizard.
You see dead cockroaches only when you have put some
chemicals, poisons. Yeah.
Any cockroach which is going to die naturally, you are not going to see the dead body.
Oh yeah.
So this is what I've noticed. Like unless a lizard or any creature has died unnaturally,
Unnaturally, yeah.
you can't find their dead bodies.
Yeah, that is, yeah, weird when you say it like
It really sounds very, very weird,
Yeah,
I understand. But then this is something which we need to understand.
Hmm.
All these creatures' instincts are still intact.
Hmm.
So they exactly know when their end is coming.
Oh my God.
And they exactly know
Hmm.
how to, where to take themselves
Hmm.
and how to allow the body to be, to go back to nature.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Is
that's
it
the reason.
true?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I have never looked into that.
Given a thought to it.
perspective. Yeah,
Yes, most people never have given a thought to it.
Yeah.
But this is the truth.
Hmm.
And now, coming to us,
Hmm.
we are one of the most sophisticated creations of nature, right?
Yeah.
We are like, we are more advanced creations of nature than any other creature that we spoke about just now,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
We have extra intelligence.
Yeah.
We are supposed to be very smart,
Yeah.
right? But still,
Hmm.
we don't know when we are going to die.
Yeah. We don't know.
People can just drop dead any moment,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Then how is it that those small creatures know when they're going to die? And
Yeah.
we, as one of the most sophisticated creatures, don't know
Yeah.
when we are going to die.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, and we think that we are the most intelligent person, and
Yes.
we don't know that secret.
So when you look at this, right? So
Hmm.
this is where yeah. And there's another example I can talk about. The animals in nature,
Hmm.
they exactly know what their food is.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
like at any given situation, in any given situation, you put a cow in a cage.
Hmm.
You starve it for maybe 4 days, 5 days. You give it some meat.
Hmm.
It will end up dying, but it will not eat the meat.
Hmm.
Put a lion in a cage. You may starve it for a couple of days. Then you just give it some fresh green grass to eat. It will not eat. It may die, but it will not eat. But instead, we humans, we will end up eating anything and everything. Like we are the only confused species on this earth who just does not know what their food
What
is,
their food is.
right?
Yeah.
So these are two classical examples that I can give, which can make you think that maybe you are not part of nature.
Yeah.
Maybe you are something very, very different from nature.
Yeah.
But no, we are very much a part of nature, just like any other creature. And just like how nature has a particular protocol that it has designed for every living being, it has a certain design protocol even for us human beings.
Yeah.
But the way we live today, this civilized life, the way we eat, the way we live, the way we think is completely so much different from what the nature has designed for us. That's the only reason why we are confused about our food,
Yeah.
why we fall sick, why we need to approach somebody else to give us some medicine or some advice to keep ourselves healthy. And when we die, we need 4 people to carry us on their shoulders to be cremated, right? Because we just don't know when we're going to die. We can't even make the arrangements we need to make, right? So this is just because our instincts have been messed up with very, very badly. And it didn't happen after you were born. It started happening even before you were conceived. Due to the lifestyle your mother and your father are living. Right? So the moment you understand this thing, and the moment you think like, okay, now I need to connect with nature, I need to connect with my own, I need to get my instincts right again. So the moment you start putting all the things in place, all the protocols that nature has designed for you, the moment you do that,
Okay.
you will see that everything starts changing in your life.
Okay.
You start becoming more aware. You start becoming more awake. You start realizing, you can start observing your body. You can start understanding what's going inside you. What you can start understanding what's going around you. Like literally every single area of your life will start transforming, because you would have started declogging yourself or decluttering yourself at all levels, at your physical level, at your mental level, at your physical, at your emotional level, and at your spiritual level also. You will not even realize at what levels this is working.
Mhm.
And you'll see like your life is just started changing completely, and you start actually saying that your senses have become better,
Mm.
and you are able to see the difference between the right and the wrong. You are able to differentiate between the right food and the wrong food. You are able to differentiate between the right people, the wrong people, the right life, the wrong life, every single thing.
Oh my God.
You only need to align with
Mm.
the protocols nature has designed for you. It's really very magical.
Yeah, even if we go back, some our ancient people, like, yeah, some people know the secret when they used to die, right? Like, for
It was
example, I can say only Buddha. I remember, like,
very true,
yeah,
very, very true. It was because, they were so much connected with themselves that they
yeah.
realized when their end was approaching,
Mm.
and people actually went into samadhi.
Yeah.
So this concept of samadhi is nothing else but this.
Oh, okay.
When people went into samadhi,
Mm-hmm.
you can't find their bodies
Yeah.
after that.
Mm.
If you have heard of it,
Yeah.
this is what happens, right?
Yeah.
Just like any other
Yeah.
animal out there.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's why they used to say that I had to go for samadhi, because they
Yes.
knew that the body
Yes.
is now.
Yeah, going back to the
Grounded.
soil, like
Soil.
the body needs to go back to its elements, and
Yeah.
the soul needs to go back to its source.
Mm.
So, and they would know when it's approaching, and they would know how it's going to happen and where it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I can't talk about it because I am not yet there. But yes, it's possible if you really live that kind of a life, if you really connect with yourself
Yeah.
to that extent, if you really declutter your life to that extent,
Mm.
even you and I
Mm.
can become that aware of ourselves that we can actually know about what's happening in our lives. So
Yes.
it's not just the death or the end. We will just have answers to all our questions.
Yeah. So it will get clear of all the mental things, or like it is going to give you all the clear picture, like
Everything and
everything.
anything and everything.
Yeah. Wow. So what you can say, like, what is our body is designed for?
Yeah, nature's as a part of nature,
Yeah.
the way we are supposed to live
Mm.
is more in connection with nature.
Mm.
We are supposed to be spending more time in nature.
Mm.
We are supposed to be walking on the ground barefoot.
Mm.
We need to connect with the soil. We need to connect with fresh air.
Mm.
We need to live in a lot of greenery, maybe a forest or something like that, where we are actually able to get all the cosmic energies directly
Mm.
and get a lot of sun
Mm.
and declutter your life. Remove all that is not useful in your life. Like it's not about decluttering your home or your
Yeah.
space.
Even
This is
the mind.
decluttering your life.
Life.
Remove things which are not useful to you.
Mm.
Like people are actually doing so many activities which actually don't help them.
Mm.
Like I like to be a part of so many clubs. I like to be running so many businesses. But then, is that really giving you the time and space for yourself?
Mm.
Or
Yeah.
is it really helping you to connect with yourself?
Yeah.
No, you need to reduce and minimize all these things. Just keep those things in your lives which is really needed for your livelihood.
Mm.
Other than that, remove everything, and you'll see that the moment you create that space and the time and the energy available for yourself,
Then you work.
you
for them.
start seeing the transformations happening. You see that, okay, now you can actually understand what life is about,
Mm.
why you are here on this earth.
So even the people also, we had to remove so many peoples, and yeah, so many things are there. Like we can think about those things. What things they can apply, even in the diet, or yeah, all the other aspects they can adopt.
Yeah. When you look at the diet, we are supposed to be eating the food that nature has designed for us.
Yeah. So yeah, people might think like non-veg is also designed for health.
That is what actually people think. There is a section of people who believe that we were hunters.
Yeah, hunters. Yeah.
From the Paleolithic age.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But then maybe they have proofs for it. Maybe there are they can give me a lot of
Yeah, evidence
pointers,
or yeah.
evidence. But to me, the only thing that I can look at now in this present form is I can only try to put everything out there in nature, and I'm just able to take reference from nature and see what can be right or wrong. So what I do is I just imagine that I'm in a forest. There's no kitchen, there's no shop, there's no restaurant, there's no civilization, nothing around. Okay. So now I'm walking through the forest. I'm hungry. My memory of food is also erased. Okay. I don't have any idea what my food is. In this situation, what will I end up eating? So,
yeah,
can you
obviously,
guess?
obviously, fruits are very red, colorful and delicious. Obviously,
Yes.
yeah.
But then, as I told you, just like how the cow or how the lion, they exactly know what their food is. Okay. Now you said fruits. Somebody else who is used to eating meat may say, maybe if I come across a small rabbit, maybe I'll just eat that up. Right?
They will just eat the rabbit without how, like, again they have to take a kitchen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here is the answer. So when somebody is looking at a rabbit, even if he's a meat eater, he can never feel like, take that rabbit up, tear it up and eat it. He'll not feel like it.
Yeah.
He'll not feel like doing that.
Yeah.
That's because nature has given you your five senses. They are your guidelines. They are the ones who are going to guide you towards your right food. So when you are looking at a rabbit, it does not make you feel any salivation in your mouth.
Yeah, definitely.
The smell doesn't really make you feel hungry.
Yeah.
So you will want to play with it and not eat with it.
Yeah.
Eat it. Okay. So same way now you just maybe I'll just walk a little bit further and maybe I see some grains there, maybe rice, heaps of rice, heaps of wheat or heaps of dal and stuff. And now when I look at that, even that is not going to make me salivate.
Yeah.
Because it does not give me any smell, right?
Smell or anything like that.
And
even we can't eat that raw.
And we can't eat really so much that it can fill your stomach.
Yeah.
Maybe I can just put a little bit in my mouth and just chew it, but I can't eat a huge amount of it, right? Yeah. So, but in nature you can see, like, the animals, most of the animals, they are colorblind. But we human beings, we can differentiate between colors. So the first sense that is going to be attracted towards the fruits is the eye. Okay. As long as the fruit is raw, it is going to be green. The moment it is going to be ripened, it will be a different color. So from a distance, I can see that in this green tree, there's something different.
Yeah.
That will attract my eyesight, right? So I'll want to go nearby and see what that is. So when I go nearby, I'll feel like touching it. When I touch it, it'll feel a little bit soft, something like, something which is very nice to me. So maybe I'll just pluck it. And if I pluck it and bring it closer to me, I can smell the sweet smell. The moment I can smell it, my mouth will start watering. And I'll feel like biting into it and I'll bite into it. The moment I bite into it, I'll just love the taste. And I can eat it 1, 2, 3 until I'm full. And that is my real food. So this is how when we connect with nature, when we are in nature, if we actually listen to the senses, we can very easily find out what our real food is.
So, are you going to say like only fruits are our?
No. See, fruits will not be available all the time. At least these now in present times. Because some fruits are available only in certain seasons, some fruits are available in certain places. So any palatable vegetable, which you can eat it without really cooking it, is your food. Maybe some tender green leaves, they can be your food. Certain nuts and seeds, they can be your food. So ultimately, it's like, if you really go out there in nature, and if you are in a forest, like if you are, we were designed not to hoard food, right? So whenever I'm hungry, we'll just move around and just see whatever that's available, and I'll just pluck it, take it, eat it, and I'll just move on. So this is how we were designed to be. So this is how we can now clearly understand that we are also part of nature, because nature has given something for us. Nature has designed us in a way that we can actually accept certain kind of food. Now, to prove this a little bit more, when you compare the digestive system that we have with the digestive system of any other animal, maybe a lion, maybe a tiger, maybe a dog, or maybe a goat, or maybe a cow, you can see that majorly the animals who eat maybe herbs or leaves or grass, or who are mostly plant based, our digestive system is perfectly matching with them. And to go a little bit more further, our system is more the closest to the monkey family, the ape, the chimpanzees. So when you look at what they are eating, you can understand, okay, this is what was supposed to be our food. So the moment you start eating that food, which is your natural food, your body is able to recognize it as my food. And it ends up spending lesser energy on processing it and getting the nutrients. And so that way you have conserved a lot of your energy, and that conserved energy, that saved energy, will actually start helping you to heal or bring the transformations that we were talking about in your life.
So really, like these things and all, it's a huge thing. Like how much is possible, that much we can do, because we have come so much far from the nature.
Like just to imagine, like just to go back into the forest and just living like how we would have lived otherwise in nature.
It is not
at least not yet. At least for myself, I can tell I'm not yet ready for that. But I can try to implement as much as possible.
And we are not saying, like she's not saying go back to the forest.
Yes.
So just we can just imagine, and then we can bring those aspects now also. It's not that difficult. Like it's not like impossible also. Like we can try how much is possible, like adding lots of fruits and veggies in our diet. That's it. So simple. That's it, right? And well, when doing that, as she explained that connecting with the nature and decluttering, all those things, if we combine, and yes, as you say, like
you can see magic happen.
Magic happen. We never know. We can also become like Buddha or someone.
No, exactly. That is what our purpose of life is, right? And I think this is the path.
And if I say Buddha and don't be afraid of that, no, I don't want to become
so that's the end thing.
But
so you don't need to imagine that. Maybe just having a healthy and happy life for now. Maybe that is enough for now for me.
And that she mentioned happy also, like happiness is our born birthright, and we have to seek. And when you follow these things and all, naturally the happiness will come along with you.
True. Very true.
So with happily quoted these things, we can close this session. And I'm very happy to have you in this session, and thank you so much, and making everyone happy in their life. That is also a very good thing. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone.